Hi, Robert Marshall here from Marshall Racing. Today we have a dreary day outside, so we're going to move it to the inside of the cab on our project F150, which is a 2017 F150 four-wheel drive crew cab. We're in the process of doing some upgrades, and if you're like me, you don't like to auto start. Every time I get in the truck, it's so big of a habit now, I just keep reaching up, pushing the button for the auto start off so I don't have to deal with it when I get into town. So today we are going to put an eliminator on there. What we have come up with is we've ordered the auto start eliminator. Now what this is, it's kind of a plug and play adapter. If you are familiar with the old MIL eliminators on the older cars, when we done away with the oxygen sensors on the downstream, we put straight pipes on. This is somewhat similar. It's a computer chip that plugs in between your harness and into the back of the button on your auto. And what it pretty much does is remember what you had the button set at last. So even when you turn the truck off, start truck back up, it remembers position where if you had it off, it remembers the button's off. To where now the factory setting, when you turn it off and you shut your truck off and turn it back on, it resets to being active. This will keep you from having to keep pushing the button all the time. They'll remember where you're at, and there's no cutting of wires, just plug and play. We will show you taking it apart, putting everything in, and show you how it works. Alright, here we are inside the F-150. I wanted to point out that when you order these online, they're going to ask you to look at your auto start button. These are different and different models. If I'm not mistaken, there is 3 different setups. So on your website, they'll ask you to look at this, and they'll correlate with which adapter that they give you. This one is the AE000. Now I've done started on this disassembly, so it wouldn't be so hard with just one hand here. But what you're going to want to do is, when you first start, is you'll have your screen right here. You can see that it's held on with 4 push clips over your speaker. What I did, you can use body panel removers if you have them. What I did was took a short flat screwdriver, trying to be careful not to scratch plastic, but I wedged it down in between the speaker here, and I pried up a little bit, and when I couldn't get it to pop with the one, I come back with the second one and helped it out right here. Putting these plastic things together for these clips are great compared to the old days of all the bolts you had to take apart, but I am leery of popping things apart because they break sometimes. So just be careful when you're popping it apart. It will feel like it's going to break, but it's got a pretty good piece of metal and stuff on top of the plastic and the pins. So once you get that loose, you set that aside. And if you can see back here in these 2 holes, I've done taken them out. There's 2 bolts here behind the speaker, which is 7 millimeters. 7mm screws, like so. You can take them out, and now allow you to raise up on this tray. And when you raise up on this tray, there is 4 clips up here too, or 3 clips, I'm sorry, up here in the front. So you can raise up and get your screwdriver. I put a screwdriver right down here on the side, just like I did before. I stuck it in like so, trying to be gentle with it, and pried up some. And then I propped the back of the tray up a little bit in an angle to keep pressure off of it up and out. And then I also, while I had that one in there, got one right here, and helped. Once I got the first one out, the rest kind of popped right up and come on out. So if you want to remove the whole thing, you can unplug that radio speaker, but we're not doing a whole lot of removing the whole dash here, so I'm just setting it aside. Then the next spot, there's 2 more 7mm screws. One here done got out. One I done started taking out, got finger loose right here. You take that out, them 2 screws, set them aside. Now the rest is pull clips, just like the top was. You're really going, I hate doing this stuff on vehicles, but you know, they're made to come apart. What you're going to do is grab on this and try to bend and pull it or wiggle it. There it comes. And then on this side there, it's starting to come. Just work yourself all the way down. That's it, it's coming down. Now, I'm going to set this down for a second and cut off here, but I'm going to try to get me a screwdriver here to help me on these sides here to pop this off, so I ain't really prying on the top here. I'll get this off and be right back. Okay, got her loose. What I did was about down in this area right in here. When I was pulled on the top a little bit like I had been, and barely got this in there and barely put any pressure on it, and it popped the bottom loose on this side and on this side. So next, you just pull this out the way here, which there is all kinds of wires on the back that'll hold that together, but you don't need to take all that off. Let me get situated here around in the chair where I can see here. I'll move over here to the passenger seat. What we're after is this one plug right here on the back of the auto start eliminator and the hazard signals. If you can see that. Now you can unplug everything, make this easy to turn around, but we only need access to that one plug. Like it says, plug and play. It'll plug into your eliminator, and your eliminator end will plug right in to the factory place. Right there, and that's all there is to this. You will put everything back, push in reverse, setting this stuff up, lining the pins, pushing it in, putting everything down to the top. I'll get this here installed, show you what it looks like after I get this plug out of there and get it installed, and before we put it back together, and then we'll go from there and I'll show you how it works. I want to show you this plug. This is similar, same, identical to the one that's you removed there, but it's easy for me to show you on here. In order to remove that plug, you can see here there is a push clip right here. You push it in toward the wires in this way, and this pulls right out. Then you will just plug this one into the factory and this back in to your switch back here. Plug and play, all there is to it. Okay, here we go. We got the adapter plugged into the switch. There's only one way to plug and go in. Comes down to the adapter, has a factory plugged into the adapter. Same thing. There's only one way to plug and go into the adapter. So then we're going to fish this stuff, the adapter back in above everything as we put everything back together in reverse. And then, like I said, put everything back in reverse, push it in, and make sure you line your clips up. Take your time so you don't break any of these plastic clips. And then we'll put the top back in, same as reverse. Put 2 7mm bolts in, set the tray back down in, make sure it snaps in, 2 7mm up there, put the wire back in, you're good to go. See you in a minute for a demonstration of it working. Alright, as you can see, everything's put back in the factory place. Switches everything. Everything's factory. We're going to start it up. As you can see, auto start stop is on. Don't mind the low fuel there. I gotta get fuel. Turn the switch off. It comes on. Auto start deactivated. Now we'll shut the truck off. Now when we start it back up, we can see it is still off. Normally that would reset to where, like I said before, I was in the habit getting in, starting the truck, automatically reaching up, hitting that button. Alright, we're back in the house. Got the install done. Everything seems to be working pretty good on there. Just a couple times testing it up. I'll let you know if I have any kind of issues with it in the future. I want to point out this is an Autostart eliminator from autostopeliminator.com. They did not supply me with this or pay me to do this. I done my own research online and decided to go with this. What I did find online was there is other ways to fix this issue, but they cause other problems. There's a bunch of people that's been splicing or putting jumper wires in around the kick panel on the driver's side down by the emergency brake. There's people saying there's causes issues to other factory features on the truck. So I kept doing research. Everybody kind of pointed toward this company here. I didn't really see no complaints. It's plug and play, as you've seen, just 4 screws, a couple of pull pins, plug it in, put it all back together. Seems to be working fine. We'll find out if it causes any issues, and I'll let you know on that. Thanks for watching my videos. We're in the process of doing more. I know 2012 we went out on our speed shop, and I've been out for a while. I'm getting back into working on things. So this is the Project F150. It's a 2017 F150. I done got a few things done to it before I decided to start making videos, but upcoming is a 4-inch rough country lift we're going to be putting on. I actually got some parts in today while I was out here doing this. The FedEx guy showed up and dropped off the struts for it. We'll get started on that next week, and then we're also going to be putting on 20x12s, native 44 offset fuel Mavericks. Hope you enjoy these videos. Please stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. I'm getting new into this video making stuff, so trying to do this with one-man show here. If you like everything, subscribe, pass it along to your friends, try to get me some viewers up, and thanks for watching.